PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. So bitter and sweet both in this Saturday morning meeting. So for everybody right now that's contacted me that says, KC, there's no product. I'm going to say once again, multiple times, forgive me, but there's product being produced out there. Right here to your left, to my right, is usdebtclock.org. So if you scroll down here, you can see where all the United States money is going. And it's on a real time. If I scroll down the page, which I have the results right here, you can go to auto sales. And so I just printed this out and wrote it down so I could talk to you about a couple of categories. We are leading the United States in products produced and products sold. We are number one. There is nobody in the United States that's outselling new Toyota. New Toyota is number one. So right now, currently as of 5 minutes ago, we're at 780,403 delivered. 780,403 reported, delivered, sold. Second place, and Ford is doing a charge this year, they're 732,292. So about 1,000 behind us. That's Ford, and they're number two. Chevrolet's number three. You can probably guess that. 611,848. So everybody's saying we don't have any product. That's not the case. That's not the case. So if we look at where we are right now, June is, you know what month it is. It's the 6th month. At the end of the 6 months, we're going to be well over 800,000, into close to 900,000. If we double that for the rest of the year, gang, that's 1.8 million. That's about where we've been, 1.8 to 2.1 in the non-COVID, non-chip years. So it's crazy. And I agree with you. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to walk a customer out and show them 4 or 5 4Runners? Wouldn't it be great to have 13 or 14 or 15 Camrys or Highlanders or a mixture of hybrid RAVs and hybrid Highlanders along with the gas-powered Highlanders? It'd be awesome to have the inventory, but you're selling at such a pace right now that that's just not going to happen. And the demand is so high right now because we told people, don't buy a car. Do not buy a car right now. There's no cars. People are waiting for months to get a car. And that peak demand is just fueling itself. It is incredible. I've never seen anything like it before. Let me read on down the list. So Honda, which is supposed to be one of our big competitors, we're at 780,403. They're at 425,344. So about half. Nissan's at 339,014, so a little over 339. We're at 780. Kia is at 255,942. Hyundai's at 272,016. And then Mazda's 146,913. So if we produced another 100,000 units right now, you guys would sell them immediately. That's how amazing this is. With only 1,200 Toyota dealers, Toyota only being about 11% of the new car mix. 11%. We're going to be more than that this year. So we're going to be more than our normal 11% because we're out producing everybody in the United States on not only cars produced, but cars sold. But when you go to your dealership, there's no inventory, and you have all these jackets full of sold orders just waiting for the car to arrive to call the customer. And if they cancel, oh, I've already bought one, KC. Well, you've got 4 or 5 other people to call, and the car's sold. It's craziness. So why are we making so much money? Why is Toyota in such a demand? Well, here comes the bitter part. So Mr. Bob Carter, I go a long way back with Bob Carter. And, you know, my personal life with the people that I've met with Toyota is, to me, it's amazing. The trust that Toyota's put into me over the years, and I'm talking from the early 90s on a national basis to now, has been very humbling. And Mr. Carter is, Bob is one of the most genuine, amazing people that I've ever met. He asks questions. He listens, and people that get in those lofty presidential positions usually aren't very good listeners. You know, they're good action people, but they're always action and no listening. This man was a pure listener. He is amazing. The people that worked around him and for him will miss him because he has announced his retirement. He'll be leaving us very shortly. And If you're making money right now and you're seeing the power of the brand Toyota for the last, just say the last 2 decades, just to give you some numbers. If you've seen the growth in America of what Toyota represents as far as quality of product, longevity of product, and just pure demand of product, we need to thank Mr. Bob Carter because he has been leading the charge along with a phenomenal team. As Bob moves on, and I want him to have the greatest retirement. I want him to do the things that he wants to do every single day. I mean, I wish that on them. And if you know him, you're wishing the exact same thing. So they've tagged the guy that's going to come in to take his position. Not fill his shoes, not replace him, to take his position. It's a change of power in a totally different way. It's halftime. And you feel like that you're underperforming in the game. You don't know what's going on. The team is normally performing at 100%. The attitude's kind of down. It's down on the sideline. And this coach comes walking in to halftime. And he's looking at you and he's going like, here's where we are. Here's where we've been. And now here's where we're going. And that coach looks at you and makes you believe in that next level. Believe in that next gear. Believe in the distance you have this run to the next horizon. It gives you the inspiration to walk out there and dominate anybody on the field. And that person I'm talking about is Mr. Jack Hollis. His nickname in Toyota is the team captain. He is the head coach. And he is going to move us to the next level. Where is Toyota going? People ask me, Casey, where's Toyota going? We're becoming a tremendous performance-oriented company. And performance doesn't mean just horsepower, 0 to 60. It means on the track, skilled cars. We're producing those with the GR lineup. We're moving into the turbocharged 583 pounds-feet of torque, amazing Sequoia coming out. What a beast. New Tacoma's coming. New 4Runner with a new power plant's coming. Not only with performance, we're performing in fuel efficiency. Not only in performance are we performing in space and luxury and longevity. We're electrified. And I know a lot of people talk about electric cars. We've been electrified forever. I remember the day at a dealership when we got our first Prius. And I heard all the people talking about, well, what is it, a golf cart? That thing will never work. When's it going to break down? How much is the battery? And then New York taxi cab drivers started driving Prius and put millions of miles on the cars. And with no problems. And all of a sudden, now we're the hybrid kings. That's an electrified car. The Mirai in California, just based on infrastructure, we're not growing the Mirai, but it is a phenomenal electrified car, Prius Prime. Now we've got the BZ4X out. So we're electrified with petroleum, so we're right into where America is right now. And that's due to Bob Carter and Jack Hollis. And great news for me and for anybody that knows him. We loaned him to Lexus for a minute. And they deserve to have that power. But Andrew Gilliland is walking back over to work with Jack Hollis at Toyota. We are in the next phase of performance. And then we're moving into all kinds of other technologies. And so we're in the mobility area. So there's not just cars and trucks and SUVs and vans, hybrids and electric cars in our future. We're full-line mobility. So I hope that this is an inspiration to you. First of all, the numbers don't lie. I know that when you look outside and you realize there's no cars in inventory, you're thinking like, well, we just don't have any cars. But I'm telling you right now, based upon where we are right now in the month of June, we're pacing 1.8 million cars. That is amazing considering the chip shortage and that we're not shorting the customer on what they're getting, and also the supply problems. That's all of this worked into this. And then we go down here and look at one of our biggest competitors, Honda and Nissan, and we're almost doubling Honda. We've over doubled Nissan's sales year to date. So if you find my facts a little bit odd and you don't think this is right, go to usdebtclock.org. Look at this. It's kind of depressing if you look at all the numbers. Scan down to the bottom of the page, tap on to U.S. car sales, and realize we are lighting the world on fire. Why does it feel like there's no cars? Because you're the best Toyota sales team we have ever had. You've looked at people and said, you're on the right vehicle. I know there's other manufacturers that have cars on the ground, but this is the car you want, and they're waiting because of you. Make sure that you look to the future. We've got a new regime coming in. They are aggressive. They are performance-oriented, and that's where our company is going. I am super stoked. And for Mr. Carter, Bob, you are by far one of the most unbelievable people that I've ever met in my life. Congratulations on your retirement. I hope it's everything you want. You're an amazing man. PK52, the Saturday morning meeting.